name is Laura Jacobs, and I'm so excited to be here with you. And if by chance you're new to our doTERRA family, let me be one of the first to welcome you and to welcome you to your choice to choose to live a life empowered. You know, doTERRA is something I think you can consider as something you've hired to bring into your life to do a job for you. And we're really gladly and proudly part of what we would call a revolution. And this revolution has to do with really taking on the choice to live what we like to call self-directed healthcare. And may I just describe that to you a little bit? And it might look something just like this. In your home, you've chosen to be your solutions provider. And how you're accomplishing that, how you're becoming that expert, is you simply have a book, a reference book, and a box of essential oils, doTERRA's CPTG oils specifically. And with that, you are equipped to truly, tackle really 80% or more of the health priorities that come to you. And for that other 20% roughly, you have surrounded yourself and partnered with health practitioners in your world who can complement and support your decision to live with natural solutions and to really address the whole you. So we have something wonderful, a tool that we've created called the Live Guide, and it's designed to really introduce you to and take you on a tour of the doTERRA lifestyle. And if you were to turn to page 3, you would see that we have there for you an illustration that shares what we like to call the doTERRA Wellness Lifestyle Pyramid. And this is such a great tool for us to understand really how to dial in and dissect and then assemble for ourselves a daily habits program and help us understand how to employ each product to facilitate the goals that we have. So if you'll take a close look at the pyramid, you're going to notice that it actually has 2 halves. The bottom 4 layers are labeled lifestyle, and the top 2 levels are labeled healthcare. And so what does that mean for you and I, our everyday user? Well, having been around doTERRA and essential oils for a long time, I would tell you that what I've noticed is people tend to come to this world and to this family and community at level 5. It's a level where we talk about informed self-care. Perhaps there's been some discomfort in your life or something that's mediocre and you're looking to make it optimal. And so people tend to come in for targeted support. And so maybe have purchased an enrollment kit that is full of ideas for just that. You know, you've got your On Guard for your immune system, and you've got your Deep Blue for your structural and your muscular systems, and your Digescend for your digestive system. And you're just equipped, to meet each of those systems of where they're at and to help support their needs. However, what could it tend to happen then is we would stick those on a shelf for a rainy day, and when life's happening, we'd pull out that little solution and we'd get to work on tackling whatever it is we'd want to do. And we would miss out on really perhaps the greatest partnership that's available to us. So if you take a look at the bottom half of the pyramid, I want to introduce you to what I would recommend is your daily interaction with your doTERRA experience. So take a look at how the pyramid's been organized. First of all, bottom level, eat right. Like we all know, we got to put good things in to get good things out. Our second level is about moving our bodies and moving them with ease and flexibility through exercise and other such choices. Our third level is about rest, right? We all need sleep. And also we call it managing stress, or AKA, managing our emotional, mental terrain, shall we say, and really helping us to complement that aspect of our quality of life. And then level 4 is what we call reduced toxic load. I mean, we all know the world has toxins in it, right? And things that we don't like to come into our body, and we need to be managing that. So think of these 4 levels as the areas of our life that we need to be managing on a daily basis, which gives us a quality of life. Now, when we enter up into level 5 and level 6, this is where we might tend to go into that 80-20 plan thinking, and we're like, hey, I got a priority. I need a solution. I'm going to go open my book. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to find that idea, and I'm going to put it to work. And then occasionally we have those reasons, whether we're visiting our chiropractor or our massage therapist or our medical doctor or whatever, that surgeon who's going to help us out with a particular situation. And there we talk about proactive medical care. And this gives us a wonderful opportunity to come to the table as a partner in our success with that practitioner, and that we bring our committed selves and we say, I'm into self-directed healthcare and I want to participate in my own success and I have solutions and I want to partner there. So I want you to think about those 2 areas as when we're targeting something. We've got a project, we've got a desire to accomplish something that's more of like a start finish. Whereas the bottom 4 levels, this is an everyday deal. So I want to talk just a little bit about how to now start to organize the products that you either have or want to have in the concept of these levels of the pyramid and how we would then assemble a daily program. So on our eating level, of course, that means you're going to put good food in your body. And how does one complement that process? Well, we understand that nutrition is lacking, that food isn't perfect, and we could talk about farming and all the things, but the bottom line is that experts agree that nutritional supplementation serves. So we have our Lifelong Vitality, we've got our multivitamin, we've got our awesome omega blend of, marine and land fats that are so good for our body. We have our awesome Alpha CRS, which helps us bring in antioxidants and to service and having a favorable terrain for inflammation. And then we need to talk about digestion. If you're going to eat food, you got to break the stuff down and let it go to work for you. So our Terrazyme is a superb product to complement the digestive process, especially when we're eating foods that are less fresh, that aren't enzyme rich in and of themselves. So very, very important daily practices to, 1, bring in the nutrition, and 2, to support the body in breaking down the nutrition that it's receiving. And then lastly, keeping a friendly gut terrain with a kind of a probiotic. And so we've got a couple different choices there with our PB Assist and Junior or regular. So let's go to our next level. And this is about, again, moving and like the hinges are working well and we feel flexible and we feel like comfortable in our own skin. And I don't think we could all come up with a better idea than to say our crowning product here would have to be Deep Blue, right? And so the rub has been one of the most favorite deliverables on that one. We've got Aroma Touch blend. Even just peppermint is such a great pre-workout application because it's cooling, but it's also warming. It's kind of a dichotomy of an experience. So it's awesome for getting your muscles raring to go and keeping you comfortable in your body temperature while you're working out, and then putting something like the Aroma Touch or the Deep Blue on as a post-workout. This is going to work for people of all ages and going to be super complementary, again, to living a quality lifestyle. Now, as we move into our 3rd level, which is rest and managing stress, here, Serenity, right? Whether it's our Serenity Essential Oil Blend, our Serenity Soft Gels, both, Balance Oil, we've got Peace Blend, we've got good old lavender, just some real favorites here to help us have an awesome night's sleep. And then we can go into areas like I talked about, whether it's emotional well-being. We've got our entire, we call it our 10 mood oils that have been an amazing, amazing members of our doTERRA product family to help us really hand pick what mood do I want to support? Do I want to be more forgiving? Do I want to be more motivated? Do I want to feel elevated? Do I want to feel balanced? We have just amazing choices where we can literally, do you realize, with a box of oils, you could literally put names on the top and think of it like a box of chocolates and think, what mood do I want to pick for the day? And just hand select that choice. And, if I was to look for something just kind of overarching, I'd look for some of those basics like a Serenity or a Balance or a Lavender to use on a daily basis and then select from there. And then also think about mental health. I think about people wanting more focus. Well, whether it's vetiver and lavender that you're pairing together on your own, or you're pulling out that Peace blend where they've been put together for you, you're going to have great compliments at this level. And who doesn't need to be on their game, right? Emotionally and mentally every day. And we couldn't be better prepared for this aspect of life. Now, our next level is reduced toxic load. And whether you want to go into a full-blown cleanse with doTERRA, and we've had our Healthy from the Inside Out programs that we've done in different ways to put products to work for us in a program sense. And that's something you could think about doing, a couple times a year or once a quarter, or maybe more aggressively or assertively when you're trying to take yourself to a new level. However, to keep it simple, something as simple as a citrus oil every day in your life, it could not be a better decision for a daily habit. And just go with a lemon or a grapefruit or a wild orange or tangerine. These are amazing, amazing partners for just consistently helping you break down. It's a normal day, everyday process of the body to need to break down toxins and get them out. And these are your awesome partners for that. Now, that's the top of our lifestyle, right? But I'm going to go into the next level where most people, again, begin. Let's come back to where we begin. And that's this informed self-care aspect. And so rather than waiting for life to happen to us, why not get at the helm? And so we love to recommend a couple oils just make so much sense as your everyday partners. And you're going to, over time, maybe wiggle into the ones that are your favorites, but really, truly, hands down across the board, frankincense and On Guard. are your dynamic duo to just support you and just constantly being on your game and creating targeted, informed self-care, because your frankincense is going to really have you on a cellular level, just keeping your cells happy and really helping you maintain a healthy inflammatory environment. And then you're on guard, like, hello, like, got to have shields up every day, right? You're not just going to go out into the world naked and unprotected. We need to go out boosted, and we need to go out protected, and we need to go out and feel capable of interacting with the world in a really safe way. So it's been so great to spend a little time with you and share with you this idea of how to live, again, a life empowered, to have self-directed healthcare and to really live your own 80-20 plan. And most of all, again, it's a nice idea, it's on a shelf for a rainy day, and I'm going to pull it down when I have that intermittent need. This is about establishing daily habits and bringing in your partners and selecting those few products like we've described and putting them to work for you to accomplish the health and the wellness that you desire every day of your life.
Asked to share my personal self-care routine, and I'm really excited to do that. We're all human and we have our ups and downs, and for a while I let my self-care slip quite a bit, and I felt so many changes in my body. My sleep, my skin, my mood. I started putting on weight. Everything changed. Even my vision was changed. And I had less energy to spend with my husband and with the people that I love. I had less energy to do things for other people in my life that I love. And I wasn't able to do the things I wanted to do for the people in my life. So I am serious about my self-care. Self-care may seem self-indulgent to some, but when it comes to self-care, there's a generosity that being self-indulgent affords us. The more we care for ourselves, the more we have to give to everyone else in our lives. In my chiropractic practice, I taught monthly workshops of meditation, Tai Chi, Qigong, EFT tapping, so many different things to provide my patients with self-care tools so that they could have their own daily practice. And what I found was that if they were really committed, they might do it for a week. But the majority of them stopped doing it after a couple of times and forgot about it. When I introduced essential oils into my practice, compliance went way, way up. Why? Because it's easy and they're fun and they smell fantastic. And just like we crave nutrition in our bodies, we crave the chemistry in essential oils. So if you find that you really love an essential oil, somehow it's supporting your body being in balance, being more relaxed, being more healthy from a chemical perspective. So if you love an oil, it doesn't matter why you love it or what it's doing even, just use it and use it often. These products are tools for health and they only work if we actually use them. So I found that with my patients, if they knew what to do, but they also knew why they were doing it and why it was important to do it, they were more likely to do it long-term and make real long-term health changes and better health choices. So my desire is to not just share my personal self-care routine with you, but also share with you why I do the things that I do so that you can understand better and have more motivation to do your own self-care routine as well. I want you to think of your health as a bank account. Just being alive, we make daily withdrawals. So self-care is a way for us to make daily deposits into that healthcare bank account so that you don't wind up with a negative balance or even a low balance. You know how to fill up that bank account anytime that it starts to get low and you need it. Your self-care routine will build upon itself each day, just like interest in the bank. And each week it will become easier to make healthier lifestyle choices. So there's 5 main categories that you want to think about every day when we're nurturing our self-care. The first one is going to be movement. Next one is going to be stress management, but I like to call it joy management. Supporting a healthy inflammatory response, nutrition and proper detoxification. And my favorite category, the most fun one, I'm saving the best for last, is getting juicy. Juicier and juicier every day. So we're going to talk a little bit about that too. So first one's going to be movement. Move your body. We were designed to move. It's a gift that we get to do. Now, exercise is not made for everyone. Not everyone enjoys exercise, but we are all made for movement. We are all made to move. So for me, if you put me in the gym or make me go running, it's like torture. Like, I can't stand it. It's the worst thing ever that someone could do to me. But I love dancing. I love yoga. I love hiking. I love martial arts and feminine dance classes and just about anything that we do outdoors except for running. I love it all. So, and I'm down for any of it. So find something that you're down for. Find something that you love, that you really enjoy, that fills you up and makes you feel good and gets your body moving. Our bodies are priceless gifts, and we only get one. So treat it like it's precious. Treat your body like it's precious because it truly, truly is. I know that some folks might be dealing with their bodies not looking the way that we want or not working the way that we want. I know that sometimes my body doesn't work exactly the way that I would like it to, especially if I've been neglecting my self-care. And it's in those times that it's even more important to focus on our self-care and to love on ourselves and to treat our body like it is precious. I like to move my body at least 3 to 5 times a week, and the more you do it, the more you want to do it. So the products that I like to use when I'm supporting myself during a workout are first of all, balance on the soles of my feet. I love it. It grounds me in my body. I feel much more stable and strong during my workout. I put Breathe oil with fractionated coconut oil on my chest, and that helps to bring in more oxygen. It opens up the airways, and I get so much, such greater oxygenation in my body when I use that. Slim and Sassy is one of my favorite oils to use every day. I actually use it all throughout the day, but I also use it when I'm about to work out because it gives me energy and it helps me maintain my energy throughout my workout. So I'll do about 3 to 5 drops of that either in my water or directly under my tongue and chase it down with some water. Mito 2 Max is a supplement that we have, and it is fantastic for energy and stamina during a workout as well. So between Slim and Sassy, Mito 2 Max, and Breathe Oil, I'm seriously like a superhero when I work out. It's amazing. Deep Blue I love for muscle recovery, so I use it before and after a workout. And Mito 2 Max also is going to be fantastic for muscle recovery after a workout. Also, this is really important. When I work out, I like to think happy thoughts. I know a lot of people like to work out their aggression and maybe watch the news while they're running on the treadmill or think about all the things that are stressing them out during the day. Don't do that. Think happy thoughts. We want to anchor in happy feelings when we're working out. So I like to envision if something is stressing me out, I think about how I would like for a situation to turn out. Or I think about someone or something that I really, really love, or I spend time thinking about my vision board and the things that might be on it and feeling what it's going to feel like when I achieve those things. I intentionally anchor in good feelings, and if we program ourselves to feel great while exercising, then we'll want to do it more. Next one is chilling out and sleeping soundly. So chill out, people. Chill out. Stress is a health and vitality destroyer. It's possible to find something to be stressed out about every day, everywhere we look, around every corner. So this is something that we really need to do with intention, moment to moment even. There's that project called the Blue Zones Project, and I love it because it's a study of centenarians, people who live to be over 100, and they're healthy and strong and vital. And there's different blue zones around the world where people live to be over 100 and between 80 and 100, and they're hiking and riding bikes, and they can beat people in arm wrestling that are half their age. And so this project was to study, what are they doing? What are their lifestyles? What are they eating? So that we can kind of crack the code to health and longevity. So what the person running the study found was that even more important than diet and exercise was actually a positive mental attitude, a strong sense of purpose, and strong techniques for reducing stress. Those are the main things that all the people in all these different blue zone areas actually had in common. So we get to create our own blue zone right where we live. We don't need to move to a blue zone area, although that could be amazing. We don't have to. We can create that for ourselves wherever we are, as long as we employ these techniques. So we all get stressed out sometimes, but when you find yourself stressed out or overwhelmed, you're draining your health bank account. So think of it as taking out massive, massive withdrawals every time that you get stressed out and allow yourself to stay that way. So it's going to happen sometimes, it's just a part of life, but then we want to take extra care to make massive deposits back into our health bank account through extra self-care and laughter and surrounding ourselves with people who we love and who love us. All these things fill up our health bank account. So some of my favorite oils for keeping calm are copaiba and frankincense. These are my two must-have oils. I absolutely cannot live without these two oils. I take a couple drops of each under my tongue a couple times a day, and they just have me chilled out, and I'm so much more fun to be around when I have those on my person. So those are wonderful. Serenity and Balance are a favorite of many. Together they're wonderful. They help with sound sleep. Peace and Forgive. I like mixing those two together also. They smell incredible, and we all need a little more peace and forgiveness in our lives. It can only do good in our lives. Then we've got vetiver and lavender and breathe oil. All of these really help for me to calm me down, to help me stay calmed and balanced no matter what's going on around me. And then I've got two favorite oils, wild orange and tangerine, that I add to just about everything. So every diffuser blend that I make, every time I put an oil in a diffuser, wild orange and or tangerine is going in as well. They're my favorites. They make everything just more delicious, and to me they make the aroma of other oils pop. So those are fun. Play around with those. I love the Touch Roller bottle. I love all of the Touch Roller bottles. The emotional oils are fantastic, and I use them all over me all day. So, but frankincense and copaiba are the ones that they go under the tongue. So now we're on to supporting a healthy inflammatory response. So anytime that we can support a healthy inflammatory response in our bodies, we're adding to our health greatly. All of these oils are fantastic for this purpose. I like to put a drop of each under my tongue or in a veggie cap once or twice a day. And the Lifelong Vitality Pack is my absolute most favorite thing ever for promoting a healthy inflammatory response, because it gives us an incredible foundation for health and well-being. And I've seen the health of so many people turned around when they start to fuel their bodies with the nutritional building blocks to heal and regenerate health at the cellular level. The Lifelong Vitality Pack is a fantastic source for those nutritional building blocks. And of course, you want to feed your body the food that would be most in alignment with the physical, mental, and emotional experience that you desire. So fast foods and soda pops are probably not in alignment with the life that you're looking to create. Fruits and vegetables and whole foods and organic foods are probably much more in alignment. And wherever you are on the spectrum, you can start little by little eliminating some of the things that are not in alignment with where with what you want to create in life and adding in some of the things that are. If you're just getting started with doTERRA, let this be your starting point. And then as you learn more about the oils and other products, you can add on as you go. It's also extremely important to cleanse regularly. I like to cleanse once a quarter. And if that feels like a lot to you, you can start with once a year or twice a year. As a rule, good health starts and stops in the gut. Cleansing regularly is the best thing you can do for your health aside from daily self-care. We have a fantastic 30-day cleanse. I absolutely love it. I attend many, many functional medicine workshops throughout the year, and the cleanse is always an integral part of any regenerative, restorative healthcare program. And I like to try different cleanses to compare so that I know what else is out there. And if I find something that's better than doTERRA, I would use it. I would recommend it for my patients and my friends and my family. But in the few years that I've been working with doTERRA, I haven't found a cleanse that's better. The reality is that our cleanse is so affordable and so easy to do that compliance is fantastic with it, meaning that if someone starts the cleanse, they actually finish it. They go through the whole 30 days. And not only do they finish it, but actually look forward to doing it again. So many people commit after doing our cleanse one time, they commit to doing it every 3 to 6 months for regular health maintenance and getting to our healthy goal weight more easily. And here's an interesting little fact. The majority of the body's serotonin, between 80 to 90% of the serotonin in the body can be found in the gastrointestinal tract. It's thought that serotonin can affect mood and social behavior, and appetite and digestion, sleep, memory, and sexual desire and sexual function. And those are all really, really important. So cleanse your gut. Okay, this is my favorite part. This is the good stuff. Get juicy. We want to get juicy. So first I'm going to talk to the women, and then I'm going to talk to the men. All 20 of the men that are watching this. Got some for you. Okay? So, ladies, this is going to bring you more joy and more fun and more vibrant health than anything else. This is really important. So as women, we're born to be juicy and mysterious and unpredictable. That's the nature and beauty of the feminine. We bring the fun, but so many of us have become masculine, especially those of us who are very successful or are mothers or simply live in this world. And we've forgotten how to be our radiant feminine selves, including myself, including me. And so I began implementing these practices into my self-care protocol so that I could refill my feminine well, so that I could have more juiciness to give and to attract everything to me. We become so busy and constantly doing that we forget that the nature of the feminine is to receive, openly receiving with grace. When we don't refill our feminine well, we become exhausted emotionally and physically. We can never be our fullest, most vibrant, most vital selves until we embrace that part of us that thrives when pampered and when loved on. So every day I make sure to do rituals to nurture my feminine fire. These oils do that for me so beautifully and easily. And any of these oils placed over the heart, they're all heart openers and heart healers, and they open us up to loving and receiving love so easily. You can put it over your heart. We can also put them on the lower abdomen, on the pulse points. You can rub it on the back of your neck, really anywhere, your third eye. I put jasmine all over my body, all over my face, all over my body. I can't get enough of jasmine. I'm obsessed. It's amazing. Try it. You might be obsessed too. These oils are also amazing to use to create your own signature scent. So I've got another little fact for you here. In Europe, over 1,300 chemicals are banned from cosmetic products. In Canada, around 600 are banned, and in the US, only 30. Now, the majority of the chemicals that are banned in Europe are banned because the long-term health effects have not been studied. We just don't know what they might do to our health. And in Europe, they decided that it was not worth risking. So they banned them. So artificial fragrances are among the most toxic chemicals that we can impose on our bodies. They disrupt our hormone balance and they affect our mood in a negative way. Plus, they can cause or contribute to a multitude of other known and unknown health problems. One of my rules with my patients is that they must eliminate all artificial fragrances in their home and from their personal care products. And this is going to include air fresheners and scented candles and laundry detergent and dryer sheets and skincare and body care, you name it. Because if we're constantly being exposed to these toxic chemicals, then our ability to achieve vibrant and optimal health becomes severely compromised. So ladies, anytime that we can replace these conventional chemical-laden products with natural products, that alone is going to uplevel our self-care routine. I use the Virage skincare system. I love the way it smells. I love the way it feels. The new eye cream is incredible. The new anti-aging moisturizer is one of my most favorite things ever. Definitely try those. For my body moisturizer, I use fractionated coconut oil, and in the winter, I use sesame oil. And I'll add to that whatever essential oils I feel the need for that day. Whatever mood I want to create for myself or experience that day, that's going to determine which oils I might use. But I can tell you, jasmine is almost always in there. So try this, ladies. I challenge you ladies to spend at least 15 minutes every day for the next 30 days intentionally refilling your feminine well. Each day can be something different. Some ideas are use these oils like we've talked about today, or take a long bath with essential oils, get a massage with essential oils, of course, and put your lotion on slowly, feeling love and gratitude for the amazing gift that your body is. Look in the mirror and notice 10 things that are beautiful about you. Be sure to notice different things each time. And then look for all the things that are beautiful in at least one other person in your life. Do 2 or more of these every day for 30 days, and you can think of your own. There's countless other things that you can do. And I promise you, if you do these every day for 30 days, you will have so much more energy, so much more inner peace, and be absolutely radiant and magnetic that you will make refilling your feminine well part of your daily practice. And now on to the men, because men get to be juicy too. We like our men juicy. So for all the single guys watching, essential oils is the new superpower for men. If a woman is into essential oils, a guy who's into essential oils is super hot. And if she's not into essential oils and you introduce her to them, you're even hotter. When my husband sets up the diffusers and comes up with an oil combination that I've never tried, and it smells amazing, he is winning. If he grabs me with some Aroma Touch oil, our massage blend, and a little fractionated coconut oil to give me a foot rub, I'm like putty in his arms. He's not my husband anymore. He's now my boyfriend for the night. And men, when you know how to use essential oils, or at least you're willing to experiment and learn more, what you're doing is cultivating a superpower that makes many women, not all, but many, melt. And you're getting all the benefits we've mentioned here today as well. And guys, if you switch out your cologne for oils, you're also ridding yourselves of toxic chemicals. So my guy's signature scent is sandalwood, wild orange, cardamom, and frankincense. and it's amazing. And he calls that his casual daily blend. He created that himself. And then he's got a dress-up blend that he uses for date nights and special occasions, and that's peppermint and sandalwood, and they both smell delicious. We love to experiment with different oil combinations all the time, and we have fun with them. You never know which one will become your new favorite. For 2018, let's make a commitment to exquisite self-care, to making daily deposits into our health bank accounts, and to creating habits that with time will grow like compounding interest and lead to greater health and joy and more juiciness and more vitality than ever before.
Hi, you guys. My name is Audra Robinson, and I am so excited to be here with you all today to talk about how I use essential oils and all of the amazing doTERRA products in my daily life. So, disclaimer, I did not always live the natural wellness lifestyle. I grew up in a log cabin in the middle of nowhere in Iowa, and I was raised on synthetic Western medicine. So for me, 3 years ago, to make the transition to a more wellness lifestyle was a big deal. And now looking at my life and how I use oils and use the products and use all of these things on a daily basis, it's not really until I step out of that zone that I really appreciate how incredible all these products are. And a little bit more on that, I just got back from a trip to Nicaragua doing some work at this orphanage in a community that I just love so much. And when you go into those areas and you don't have access to, the On Guard hand soap and the face wash and all of these things that we use every single day, and you're kind of reminded of what honestly most other people in the world who are not experienced with doTERRA are using. So we're going to start with just what I do first thing in the morning. So the first thing I do every single morning when I wake up is I go into the kitchen and get filtered water and fill all of the diffusers in my house. So the diffuser in my kitchen, living room, office, bathroom, and bedroom. And the reason that I do this is because I feel like, first of all, at night when you're going to sleep, that is the last time or the last thing that you want to think about is, okay, I need to go into the kitchen, I need to fill my diffuser, put oils in it. It's kind of a lot of work. And so it's really nice to be able to get that out of the way in the morning. That way, when you go to bed, all you have to do is just turn your diffuser on, turn the light off, and a few other things that I'll talk about in a minute. So what I love to do in my kitchen are the citrus oils. So lemon, grapefruit, wild orange, any of the citrus, like uplifting blends. And then in the living room, I love, I've been loving the Holiday Peace and also any of the Firs or the Balance essential oil for any kind of stressful situations that you might encounter. And then in the bathroom, I really have been loving lavender and lemon lately. I think the most beautiful thing about diffusing is that you really can't go wrong. I have a lot of friends that start using oils and they immediately want recipes. And it's funny because I've never used recipes for my diffusers. I always just wing it. And, I haven't ever had a bad experience. Although I have not tried oregano and thyme, I feel like that might be a weird experience in the diffuser. So if you're looking for that, maybe give those a try. So then in my bedroom, the most basic, easy, simple thing to do, in my opinion, is to just keep all of your calming essential oils in your bedroom because then you can kind of mix it up every single night. So I have 2 diffusers in my bedroom. Yes, 2 in my bedroom if I am fighting some kind of thing like where I need to boost my immune system, then I'll have 3 diffusers in my bedroom. It's a little excessive, I know. And I love to have the calming oils. So vetiver, wild orange, lavender, eucalyptus, anything really calming. Actually, cedarwood has been one that I've incorporated. And oddly enough, wild orange, just 1 drop in addition to some of those other oils in the diffuser, is really nice. Something that I feel like people, when they first get started using oils, ask a lot is, how many drops of oil do I do in my diffuser? And I am not a really great person to ask that question because I do a little bit too much. So I probably do about 10 to 15 drops, if I'm being honest, of essential oil in every diffuser in my home. You really only need about 4 to 6 drops. Dr. Hill is probably going to watch this and give me a call and tell me that I am overdoing it a little bit on my essential oils. So don't worry, I'm ready for that. So after I get all of the diffusers going in my home and get all of the essential oils ready in my bedroom so that at night I can just click my diffuser on, I do all of the regular morning routine. So I start the water, get my coffee going, and I love bulletproof. So I do butter, MCT oil, and I add 2 drops of the cinnamon essential oil because it is super, super good for your cardiovascular health. And I love the way it tastes. It's amazing. So if you haven't tried that, I would recommend it. I also love Pellegrino in the morning, sparkling water with a couple drops of lemon essential oil just to detoxify and cleanse. And I will, do my devotional, have that quiet time and sip on the water, get hydrated. And then I will, walk into my bathroom and use my On Guard toothpaste. This is something that I could not wrap my mind around 3 years ago when I first started using doTERRA is, why would I want to use toothpaste that is not minty? I did not understand that. And so there are 2 things that took me a while to adapt to with doTERRA, but I knew that they were things that I should adapt to because there are so many different endocrine disruptors and just different toxic ingredients in a lot of the things that we use every single day that are personal care products and things that we don't even think about that can actually be very toxic to our lives. And the On Guard toothpaste is something that I've been using for about 2.5 years now. And I will tell you, even though it's not minty, it has that On Guard cinnamon orange taste. It is phenomenal. And one time when I went back to Iowa and I forgot my On Guard toothpaste, I used some regular toothpaste and almost gagged. It was not fun. So if you haven't tried the On Guard toothpaste, it is the best thing ever. And it's also really good for white teeth. And that sounded really weird, but it's really good for whitening your teeth. God. All right, so after all the diffusers are set, I've got my coffee with the cinnamon oil, water with lemon. Side note, make sure that you're always using glass or metal because you don't want to be putting essential oils in a plastic glass that you're drinking out of because the essential oils will actually pull the toxins out of the plastic, so be really careful with that. I love to then go do my morning routine, so brushing my teeth with the On Guard toothpaste. Lately I've been really, really loving the doTERRA, this one, the facial cleanser. I've been using that one, and I also will alternate that with the Virage cleanser as well. And then what I really love to do when I get out of the shower, if I'm just washing my face, is I love the Immortelle, just right here under the eyes and across the forehead, because I got my first wrinkle last year right here. And so I've been putting the frankincense and the Immortelle just right there. And also the rose is amazing, the rose touch on your face as well for just some of those spots that might be a little bit darkly tinted compared to other areas in your face. So the rose is really great for that as well. So after cleansing, I've been using the hydrating cream. This is really awesome for your skin. And then I'll also alternate that with the Virage moisturizer. So I feel like some people are very set on their skincare system, and I am not as set and kind of like to mix it up. And so far, I feel like that's working. The Virage Hydrating Serum is another one of my favorites. So I actually do this before I put the moisturizer on, and I tend to do it just under my eyes here and then on the forehead, and it is super, super yummy. If you're ever traveling and you get a little bit too much sun, the Virage is actually really incredible for that as well. The other thing in the morning that I do religiously is take 2 drops of copaiba and 2 drops of frankincense internally. And I will also do that again throughout the day and then sometimes before bed as well. So that is really great to use just as preventative for all of the different toxic things that we are exposed to every single day. And another really great thing to do in the morning is applying the Balance essential oil onto the bottoms of my feet. It's just really good for grounding, and it's also going in my diffuser very often too. So just getting that all over grounding experience is super amazing. So another really awesome thing to do in the morning, especially as women, and actually, even if you're out there and you're a man, you should consider eliminating all of the toxic cologne that you're putting on your body. What I found is that once I went more natural with all of my products that I use, I've become actually super sensitive when I'm around someone who has a very strong cologne or perfume that they're wearing, because there are some different synthetics in those products, and I'm insanely sensitive to them. If you are watching this and you are my friend, you know what I'm talking about, because I am that person that will literally be like this. It's a little out of control. So instead, a really awesome option is you can make your own version of perfume or cologne. Mine is called Unicorn Dust, and it is the Balance essential oil, frankincense, lavender, wild orange, melissa, jasmine, and rose. This combination is absolutely amazing. And if you don't have the jasmine and rose essential oils, you can use the Touch and just pour a little bit of each one of those in there. But this blend is delicious. So I do mostly Balance, a little bit of frankincense, and then hardly any of the rest, like 1 or 2 drops of the rest. So get your unicorn dust on for sure, or whatever your version is of perfume. All right, so after the morning routine, I've got my skincare all set, everything done in the bathroom, is when I'll typically take some calls, do a little bit of admin, and then have a mid-morning breakfast. And with breakfast is when I'm going to take my vitamins and my supplements. So if I'm not doing the doTERRA cleanse, which I am starting that on the 25th, but if I'm not, I take the regular Lifelong Vitality, the multivitamin, the fish oil, and the cellular vitality. So I do 2 each of those. And I do the probiotic in the morning. I also do 2 of the Terrazyme, 1 Deep Blue Polyphenol, and 1 DDR Prime soft gel. So that is a decent amount of vitamins. When I am working with someone who's just brand new to starting the vitamins, my favorite thing to recommend is just start with the Lifelong Vitality Pack and then the probiotics as well. So after I take my vitamins, I always take them right before I eat my breakfast. After breakfast, I'll typically do some more admin, take some calls, and then before I work out around noon, I love to put the Breathe, this one, the Vapor Stick, on my chest just to open up my airways before working out or doing yoga. If I am going to yoga, I love doing Balance on the wrist. There's some yoga blends now that doTERRA makes. They're awesome. My shoulders have been kind of bothering me lately, and so before I go to the gym or do yoga, I'll put frankincense and Deep Blue Rub and Copaiba directly on my shoulders before, and then also right after, depending on how sore they are. And then in the afternoon, the V-Shake is thebomb.com with I do unsweetened almond milk, and I do almond butter in there, some strawberries, bananas, and it's a really great time to hide some spinach in there as well. So that is my afternoon snack. One other thing that I really should share with you guys is my cleaning supply regimen, because like the toothpaste was one of the last things that I switched over to doTERRA, the cleaning supplies were the very last thing. And it's so funny because for a lot of people, I feel like cleaning supplies are the first thing that they switch over. But for me, I had never found anything natural that was also effective. So I've tried other natural cleaning supplies, but personally, I would rather have a clean bathroom and use toxic things versus have a really disgusting bathroom and use natural things. So I was kind of stubborn with using the doTERRA products because I hadn't had a good experience in the past, until I found myself being such a hypocrite because I was living this wellness lifestyle. I was eating well, I was taking my vitamins, doing all the oils, but then cleaning with toxic cleaning supplies. And my friend, Deb Hellman, actually called me out and showed me how to make the doTERRA On Guard Cleaner Concentrate. And you guys, it literally cleans everything in my house. So I was super, super wrong. It cleans. So my recipe for that is I do the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate. I do organic white vinegar, and I do On Guard oil, basil oil, lemon essential oil, and Melaleuca essential oil. So that all those oils are not, I would say, necessary. I just do it because I love the way that they all smell in there. And so it's true. My glasses, mirrors, entire bathroom, like the scrub in the tub, and sometimes I'll do some baking soda for some of that stuff, but countertops, everything is cleaned now with these products, which is super, super awesome to know that I'm not disrupting my immune system by using toxic chemicals in my home. So that was a huge win. The thing with daily usage with the essential oils and all of the products that we have with doTERRA is I don't do the exact same thing every single day. Every day I'm really, listening to like, what does my body need? Do I need to boost my immune system? So it does change definitely a little bit every single day based on what I feel like I need. And I feel like the easiest thing is to just make sure that you have your products with you, because it's really hard to use them and to have the amazing effect when you don't have your products with you. So I have a really cool little case like this. You can get them pretty much anywhere and everywhere. And that's a really great way to have your oils on you if you are going somewhere and you don't want to have a large case. I love the doTERRA keychain that you can get on the back office, because you can put your basic, like, most important oils. So in here I have peppermint, breathe, melaleuca, lemon, wild orange, balance, lavender, and on guard. Whoa, and not frankincense. Why is frankincense not in here? Normally it is. But again, that's a really great way to just have them with you at all times. So in Colorado, it has been very, very dry lately, and this body butter has been saving my life. So I make a sugar scrub actually that I use in the shower right before I get out of the shower. And if you are a woman and you have long hair, when you use the sugar scrub in the shower, you want to put your hair up with a towel, put the sugar scrub on and rinse it off, and then like put a shirt on before you put your hair down. Otherwise, there's coconut oil all over your hair. And when I get out of the shower and dry off, the body butter has been something that I've been loving. My friend Caroline shared to add some essential oils to the body butter. So I've been putting balance and cedarwood and grapefruit in with the body butter and just lathering up. So especially in Colorado where it's been super dry, that has been really helpful. So I mentioned that I just spent some time in Nicaragua with all the kids at the orphanage in a community that I love, love, love down there in Puerto Cabezas. And one thing that I realized that I've been taking for granted is my On Guard hand wash, because that's something that, I have in my kitchen, I have it in my bathroom, and I have like a little portable one that I take with me, and I forgot to bring it with me on this trip. And so I found myself using some of just the basic, like Dial, like just like the basic soap, hand soap. And every time I remembered all of the presentations and research that I've seen about how I'm literally killing all the good and bacteria and good and bad bacteria on my hands by using that, and was cringing just a little bit. So if you haven't tried the On Guard hand wash, that's another thing that we don't think about, is that when we're using some of these other basic hand soaps from the grocery store, is we're actually killing all the good and bad bacteria. So if you haven't switched to the On Guard hand wash, that is something that I realized that I've been taking for granted as well. So as far as the vitamins throughout the day, I take my vitamins in the morning, I do Terrazyme with lunch, and then I take the same exact protocol vitamins in the evening, minus the probiotic, because I only take that one in the morning. As far as a bedtime routine goes, there are different people that take the Serenity soft gels every single night. I personally take that if I'm traveling or if I really feel like I need that extra boost for sleep. And that's because I sleep like a baby. I'm very lucky in that regard. And so I only take that as needed. However, I do have a really awesome bedtime routine that consists of, if I have the availability that night, I'll take an Epsom salt bath. And I've been making Epsom salt baths. It's so, so easy. All you do is you put a bunch of Epsom salt into a glass jar. And then I've been putting juniper berry essential oil and lavender essential oil. And I do for 2 cups of Epsom salt, I do about 10 drops of essential oils. And then I just have these jars sitting next to my bathtub. So I just dump it in, and it is absolutely heavenly. When you do the Epsom salt baths, you want to make sure to put the essential oils in with the Epsom salt before you put the Epsom salt into the bath. Super relaxing before bed. And then another thing I do before I go to bed is I turn my diffusers on, because I already turned them on in the morning, or I already filled them up in the morning. And I have the Peace Touch in my bed at all times. And what this does is it allows you to get in your bed, do your nighttime reading, and then literally roll over and roll the Peace Touch on. I put it on my wrists, back of the neck, and if I'm feeling really called, I'll put the Peace Touch all over the bottoms of my feet too. And it is so incredible for helping to have an amazing night's sleep. In closing, thank you so much for tuning in with me today to talk about using essential oils on a daily basis. I want to leave you with this note. You cannot go wrong. So the most important thing to know is that there's really no way to screw this up unless you're like dumping oregano or thyme into your eyes. Don't do that. But the most important thing is to just remember that you just use your oils and use your products and don't be scared to try new things. And I feel like you're going to have an awesome experience.
And I'm excited to be with you today to share some of the ways I use doTERRA in my daily life and my daily routine. I have a family with 4 kids, and I'm married to a physician assistant. His name is Dallin, and he's spent last 10 years working in an emergency room, and now he's working with an orthopedic surgeon. So it's been kind of fun because I come from a super natural background with my parents and family, and he's kind of on the other side of the medical world. But we meet in the middle and we make things work, and it's been a really great journey to incorporate it, and especially to see how he's incorporated it in to our family lives as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with the things that I use basically all the time. I'm going to begin with what's most important in my routine, and that is the Lifelong Vitality Pack. We call it LLV often. It's these 3 bottles right here. It comes in a box. The first one is your Alpha CRS Plus. This has a cellular vitality blend in it. And then your Microplex VMZ. This is your vitamins and minerals that you need on a daily basis. And there's the Omega, which has your omegas and fatty acids. Helps your brain. So these I have found are just a good building block. They kind of fill in the holes. I've seen so many people try them now and give them a shot, and then from my own experience. So I am kind of a trial and error person where I give things a shot, and if they don't really make a difference, I usually forget to take them. And if they do make a difference, then I notice if I forget to take them and I go back and take them. So with Lifelong Vitality, the first time I took it for a month, I feel like I was super depleted. I had just had a baby and I was just exhausted all the time. And I took these for a month and felt like it just kind of slowly filled in the holes where I felt deficient on a normal day-to-day basis. And now, if I'm having a really emotional or bad week, the irony of it is I will realize that I've forgotten to take it a couple days. I'm a mom, I have 4 kids, and I'm human, so I do that every now and then. But anyhow, when I am on that regularly, I'm just amazed at how emotionally I feel more stable, and physically I feel like I recover better, and I just feel better all around when I'm on them. So I've heard a lot of really cool stories, and what I found is interesting about the supplements is they don't necessarily do one specific thing for everybody, but since we all have our own deficiencies, they fill in the gaps and kind of help however your body might be deficient, helps fill that in so that you can have the energy and vitality that you need just to survive the craziness of every day. Okay, so moving on to the other products that I like to take on a daily basis. I love the Terrazyme. It's just great for digestion. If you're at home and you want to do a quick experiment, you can open a capsule and dump it in oatmeal or something, and you'll watch it start to dissolve the food. So it just helps things stay consistent and move through your body without having digestive issues. So I'll take 2 to 3 of these with each meal, or sometimes I'll just throw them in with my supplements in the morning. And then the Zendocrine is just a great one. This was a trial and error one for me because they had talked about it quite a bit with this other Zendocrine, and they're both really great. This one I'll talk about a little more in a second. But this one was just a magic one for me. I couldn't even pinpoint exactly what it was, but I just felt better when I would take it every day. And then when I would take it out, I would kind of notice I didn't feel quite as good. So this was a fun one to experiment, but I actually throw this in with my daily routine on a regular basis. And then the PB Assist is your probiotics. When I'm not going through some kind of a cleanse or trying to, clear out the sugar from my system, I'll usually throw this in my daily routine as well. And this is in a capsule that is awesome because it makes it to your stomach without getting killed off. But it's one that you swallow. And then for the kids, they have these PB Assist Juniors. And these I keep out in my kitchen, and I keep this jar on my desk because, first of all, they just taste good. So if I'm ever trying to get off sugar, like usually we are in January, I will grab one of these instead of going towards sugar. And a lot of times that will like totally help my cravings. And then it's also helping your gut at the same time. And then for my kids, I told them that they could only have one a day. And so since there's a little bit of scarcity with that and they taste really good, they go nuts on these, and they usually have 3 or 4, and I just don't worry about it. But these work kind of like Pixie Sticks, where you don't have to put them in water. You can mix them in water if you want, but you can just dump them right in your mouth. And this is one that I feel like helps your gut just to be a little bit healthier and supports your immune system. In my day-to-day life, I find that I get super busy and forget things if I don't have stuff prepared ahead of time. So on Sunday night, I will usually get my week's worth of supplements of what I take every day together so that throughout the week I don't have to remember to do that. And then at the end of the week, I can look back and see which days I did take it and which days I didn't, because if I've had a bad day, sometimes I won't realize it, but if I go to my supplements, I'll see what days I missed. So there are tons of different supplement envelopes and boxes and things that you can use out there. Just go find something that works for you. So here's that box. Find something that works for you, and if you prepare it ahead of time, it's simplified and you don't have to overthink it during the week. You can just grab them and go. I like to actually take my supplements with some kind of something thick, a shake, to just help push it down. So with doTERRA, I really do love their trim shakes. This is the vegan one. Then sometimes as needed, I will just add in other supplements according to how I'm feeling. So there's a couple that are really awesome for energy. One of my favorites is this Slim and Sassy Metabolic Blend. And with this, in the beginning, they just had it in oil, which you can still get the oil. And I've had friends who loved it so much they would just drop it in their mouth. I personally didn't like the taste at all in the beginning. And so I would get my own capsule and drip it in. And then enough of us were doing that they came out with it capsulized for us. And I love this one. And now that I've used it for a while, it's grown on me. I totally do like it. You'll taste it a little bit as you take it internally. But what I found with this is it just wakes me up. It's like I don't drink coffee, so I would imagine it's how you feel when you're drinking your coffee, where you feel like you're awake, you're ready to go. A lot of people do use it to help with their appetite. I personally use it because I just want that boost in energy. And then I do think that the side effects of your appetite are great too. So another one is the Mito 2 Max. I don't have that one down here, but it's just a good one for energy and for just waking you up in that late afternoon time when, I don't know, my kids come home and I want to take a nap. So I'll take a handful of those, sometimes 2 or 3 of them as needed. And then same thing, I don't want to take those too late in the day because they'll kind of keep me up if I do. Another one that I use as needed is this Digest tab. So if you like black licorice, then this one will be your favorite thing ever. It'll taste like candy. I personally don't like black licorice at all. And so I was really reluctant to try these in the beginning because I thought, oh, great, it's like eating black licorice anyway with the fennel in it. These have been incredible for digestion. If you ever have those times where you just feel a little bit like you maybe ate a little bit more than your tummy actually wanted, or you're just not feeling super well, these are chewables, so your kids can have them too. And I don't love the taste, but I chew them up and swallow them down, and it's amazing how fast I can feel relief from just that really full feeling. And the cool thing about this is if I've had people come try oils from my house, and they'll get digestion, a couple other ones, I'll just give them one of these to try and be like, here, try this while you're here. And often before they go, they love them so much that they want to take a bottle with them. So it's usually fast acting, and you can feel a difference within like 15 to 20 minutes, and it just helps that digestion. So the Digest tabs, those are another good one. And then the other supplements that I'll use regularly are the ones that go with the Cleanse and Restore protocol. You can find that online, and I'm sure there's empowerment series webinars on it. But basically, you go through a protocol that takes about a month where you have your basics that you take every day of that month. And then in the middle of the month, you add in a cleansing one. So the basics are your Lifelong Vitality, your Terrazyme, this Endocrine Complex. You're not going to do the PB Assist in the beginning because you're kind of flushing out the bacteria and stuff. So you're going to do that later to repopulate your gut. And then you're going to do the metabolic blend. And this is when you're going to add in this other Endocrine. Now, this is how I use it. I know there's other ways that people like to use it. But with the cleanse, I do all of them together. And then you take those all for those 30 days. Then in the middle of it, for the middle 10 days, you're going to throw in this GX Assist. So this one I found is really potent. It will help your GI tract regulate. And so that's sometimes really helpful. But it also will kill stuff off in your gut. So the first time I took this, to be honest, I felt really sick. And I was following the protocol, so I just kind of eased off it a little bit until my body felt better. So listen to your body as you do these things and go with what feels right. But if this feels too strong, I recommend not doing quite as much as needed, but I would try the recommended dose first. But you only want to take this for 10 days because it has oregano and a lot of really strong oils to clean out your gut, and you want to give your body a break from that. So you have your first 10 days where you're just getting your body into that cleanse mode. The next one's where you take your GX Assist, and then after that, you're going to repopulate your gut with a good PB Assist and the good probiotics. And I honestly like a blend of both, you know, the capsule and the kids ones. So with New Year's resolutions often comes incorporating exercise back in if it's somehow fallen out of your daily routine. The Deep Blue is one that I found. I've gotten back into a routine where this year I don't actually have to have exercise on my list because it's become part of my daily routine. I actually love it again. I get sore, but I don't dread it because it actually feels good. And I'm telling you, it felt bad for like 6 to 8 months. It was just hard. But as your body gets stronger, it gets back. As your body gets stronger, it gets back to a place where it feels good and it helps. So the Deep Blue supplements, I do throw these into my daily routine also. I forgot to mention that earlier. But one in the morning and one at night because it helps with that muscle repair. And I feel like I'm way less sore when I'm on this. And then this Deep Blue, they have this in oil or they have it in a rub. Everybody prefers different ones. I kind of actually like both depending on my mood and what hurts. I feel like this one feels a little bit more intense on my skin. And so if I'm feeling extra tired, I'll just use the oil. My husband personally loves this one, and we have it in the huge liter container, and he just goes through it like crazy. As for my personal routine, there are a handful of products that I love on a daily basis. So the first one is their lip balm. I've always been like a lip balm junkie, and since doTERRA's come out with theirs, I've been so impressed. I love it. I might have them in every bag and every pocket of every jacket I own. But these are fun to try. They come in 3 different flavors. I really like the tropical one personally. And the other ones are really good too, though. And then their hair care, they have a shampoo and conditioner. And my mom would always try to give me these natural shampoos and conditioners, and I tried them and never really liked them. They just would make my hair feel almost dirtier. These, since I've started using these, I haven't used anything else. I love them. I feel like they make my hair feel soft. They make my hair is already pretty thick, and so it just makes it more manageable. But I have loved these, and they're great for, they're safe for hair color as well. Their On Guard Whitening Toothpaste is another one that I love. And to be honest with you, the first time I tried this, I was like, yeah, no, I need my minty other brand toothpaste. And when I ran out of my first toothpaste that I was using when they came out with this, I decided to just be tough and to try it. It does have a little bit of a different consistency, but within a week, it's just my favorite thing now. I can't go back to the other stuff. I feel like I can feel the synthetics in them, and it's just kind of gross. They've just come out with this skincare, and I've used this new eye cream for the first time this last week, and I love it. It's so awesome. But they have a couple different skincare lines. I've met people who really prefer one over the other. To be honest, I've been using this one because I just got it. But I really like both of them. I personally switch back and forth between them, and I just keep different washes in like the shower or my gym bag. And then I haven't felt like one works better for me or the other. I've actually really enjoyed the variety. And then I love the oils that are in them and the way that they smell. So this one has a basic facial cleanser for washing your face. It also comes with a scrub. I like to keep this one in the shower, and it's got peppermint, so it just makes your face feel really awake. Then on a daily basis, we love this On Guard soap. I have these in all of my bathrooms, but the soap is incredible. So I'll usually put about this much soap in there and fill the rest up with water. There's soap. So this makes me laugh because my husband loves this soap so much. I love the soap too. I also really like the Citrus Bliss one and the lavender because they have like kind of exfoliating properties in them. But he loves this stuff so much that I literally wrapped a bunch of these up for Christmas and put them under the tree, and he was so excited when he opened them. But this soap is just a really wonderful all-around good smelling soap that we use in the shower and stuff every day. The Cracked X is another one that our family goes through a lot. We might have these in every room as well. This is just a good ointment for soothing owies and little scrapes and stuff. And my kids use it a lot. They can put it on themselves. They take care of themselves. They love it. Band-Aids, they're good to go with that one. So those are most of my day-to-day personal care things. And then just the regular oils that we use. We have these cute little shelves that have oils in each room because my kids walk around with them, and I really just get frustrated not being able to find them. So we finally made a place in every room so we could find them easier. But for the most part, we love the citrus ones in our water. So I will do lemon and orange in all of my water. And then for my kids, when they were little, I would add some stevia in it to sweeten it a tiny bit, like your own homemade lemonade. And they would chug it. I feel like my little ones that I had with doTERRA drank more water just because they liked the taste of it. And I felt like just that circulation in their system helped their immune system be stronger overall as they were younger. So then on a day-to-day basis, there are a lot of mood ones that I like to use. So the Balance is one of my personal favorites. I love this one with Wild Orange or Citrus Bliss because it just has this calming effect, but then the Citrus Bliss or Balance kind of just helps your mood a little bit. Then with the new emotional touch oils, these ones, I found that each of my kids like different ones. And as I've shared them with other people, there's usually one or two that they just love and feel attracted to. And so for these, I would say smell them, find the ones that you love. But I've used these for myself just to help my mood. And then for my kids with different things like when they need to calm down or when they've been fighting. But probably the biggest difference I've noticed is at nighttime. My kids used to pray that they would have good dreams. Is that what they said? Or that they would just not have bad dreams. And I just thought, oh, that's like so sweet and a little bit sad. It must be scary for them to just not know what to expect every night. I've had a lot of them not want to go to sleep. And so with some of these, they like the Peace or the Console alone. But with other ones, I've had them smell them all and just put them in their own roller bottle. And then I just get a cute little dollar store sticker of like a heart or a star and stick it on it so they know which one is theirs. And then they'll use those before they go to bed at night. And the amount of nightmares and issues that we've had have totally gone down in the last year and a half since we've been using these. It's been really fun to see. So those are the emotional ones. And then we've got the Family Essential Kit and the touch bottles. I really love these because my kids can use them and they're pre-diluted, so you don't have to worry about them being a little bit too intense or anything. And so I think it's just a good way for their immune system to be ready for whatever's coming and to fight it off. It is kind of healthy to get those things that come through so your body builds that immune system and those antibodies. But at the same time, it's nice to have that help. And then the digestion, anytime their tummy is upset, I will actually hit it with those digest tabs, but then I'll rub this on their tummy at the same time, kind of go both ways. But they all have really wonderful qualities. But there's just great things for all of these. And this is a good one that we always have around the house for day-to-day little needs and issues that come up. So these are the products that I use on a regular basis. I find that my life is just happier with them. It's improved a lot of my normal routines and stuff, and then especially my energy and just my day-to-day mood is nice to have them around and makes a huge difference with how I'm feeling. Thanks for joining me today as we went over all of these products I like to use on a daily basis. As you're starting your new year, I would encourage you to get out of your comfort zone, try a couple new things. They really can make your life a whole lot happier, and give them a shot, and Happy New Year.